Hi there guys, I'm Sam from Professional Music Technology, and today I'm looking at a brand new model from Fender. This is the American Professional Jaguar. If you're a regular viewer on this channel, you may have already seen our videos on the American Professional Strats and Tellies, and if so, you'll probably already be familiar with a lot of the specs that you find on this guitar. But whereas the Strat and the Telly are effectively replacements for their now discontinued American standard counterparts, this model represents the first time that Fender have ever made a modern spec Jaguar available out of their USA factory in California. Spec-wise, it features a solid alder body with that classic offset Jaguar design, a bolt-on maple neck, got a 4-bolt neck plate with micro tilt adjustment. This allows you to make fine adjustments to the neck angle. It's got a 24-inch scale, a little bit shorter than a Strat or a Telly, which is usually 25.5 inches. So that means that everything feels a little bit more compact and the strings a little bit slinkier to bend. The neck is finished in a really natural feeling satin urethane, ensuring that it's really smooth to play, and the 9.5-inch radius fretboard is available in either rosewood or maple, depending on the finish of the guitar that you go for. As with the rest of the American Professional Series guitars, the Jaguar is fitted with a real bone nut, which gives a slightly brighter tone and increases resonance, and it's also got 22 narrow tall frets, which, as the name would imply, are slightly taller, slightly narrower than their medium jumbo equivalents. These frets are especially effective on bends, and they ensure the intonation stays perfect when you're playing chords all the way up the neck. As with the American Professional Strats and Tellys, the Jaguar utilises Fender's deep C neck profile. Got a slightly chunkier feel to it, especially around the shoulders of the neck. Best way to describe it is it's somewhere in between a modern C and a U-shaped profile. Personally, I really like the way they feel with that extra bit of girth in the neck. Hardware wise, the oversized 70s style headstock features 6 high quality Fender cast sealed tuners, and down the other end we've got a redesigned bridge and vintage style floating tremolo. The bridge now features 6 brass Mustang style saddles. These increase resonance and sustain, and they've got a nice deep groove in there so the string won't pop out no matter how much welly you give in the guitar. And the tremolo arm is now a screw-in design. Older Jaguars had a pop-in trem, which unfortunately tended to fall out quite a lot, so it's nice that they've got a screw in there to keep it in place now. The electronics have had a pretty major overhaul from conventional Jaguar models. The American Professional features 2 newly designed V-Mod single coil pickups. These are voiced specifically for individual positions, and as Fender say, they deliver high output tone with vintage warmth. The nickel silver pickup claw has also had a redesign to give an even hotter output for when you're trying to overdrive your amplifier. But it's the switching that's really had a big change from other Jaguar models. If you look at something like this classic player Jaguar, it's got loads of different switches and control knobs, which to be honest can be pretty confusing and unintuitive to use. The American Professional Jaguar has undergone a complete switching redesign to make things much simpler. We've now got just a single volume and tone control, a 4-way selector switch which allows us to select the bridge on its own, the bridge and the neck in parallel, the neck on its own, and the final position is the neck and the bridge in series, giving us a little bit more grunt. This little switch up here is a phase reverse switch which kicks in whenever you're in one of the positions which has got both of the pickups working. Let's plug it in and see how it sounds. One thing I did forget to mention is that the American Professional Series Jaguar is also fitted with Fender's treble bleed circuitry. For an example of how this works, make sure to check out either our video on the new Stratocaster or Telecaster. But in a nutshell, with the treble bleed circuit fitted, as you roll down the volume on your guitar, you don't lose any of the treble or clarity from your tone. A really nice, welcome feature to these new guitars. So that was a quick look at the brand new Fender American Professional Series Jaguar. As with the rest of the guitars in this series, it comes supplied with Fender's Elite hard case. That's their top of the range moulded ABS case, which has got a nice plush fitted interior and lockable catches.